Hey. Welcome to our weekly health talk. My name is Alice. I am your host for for tonight. We're going to also welcome Dr. Philip Zini, Coach Jovi Marie, and also Coach Angel Holloway. We are here to give you a nice way to mental health, physical health, and Dr. Zini is going to be the one. If I get his name mixed up, y'all going to have to excuse me because I'm so used to calling him Dr. Philip. Okay. So, but his name is Dr. Zini. He's going to give us the health tip. And remember, we're here every Wednesday at 8 p.m. We are a little bit late tonight, so do excuse my fault. Um, but my team still loves me. All right. Happy Valentine's Day, people.
Happy
And to
Valentine's
you
Day.
too.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Sending love our way. There you go. Perfect.
All right.
Perfect.
So we are going to go ahead and get started because we are running a little late. Dr. Zini, what are we talking about this week?
So I'm just going to do a real high level overview of what we talked about last week because last week was the kickoff of February Heart Health Month, and specifically talking about the super antioxidant glutathione and the properties it has as an antioxidant by helping out with free radicals, by helping out to regulate nitric oxide, which helps out with blood flow, delivering oxygen, reducing blood pressure, with reducing inflammation that is occurring in the body because of lifestyle choices until we get into that healthy lifestyle. It helps to detoxify at the liver level. So the liver is the max kind of master of all the um, detoxifying. It's some people call it the waste disposal processing unit of the body. So glutathione helps out with detoxifying and cleaning up the liver. And then the final thing is at the cellular level, glutathione helps out with the cells to replicate. Your body is producing about 3.3 million new cells every minute. So you want to help to replicate healthy cells, good cells, and that's what glutathione does as the kind of master antioxidant of the body. So with that really brief and quick overview, the big thing that we're going to talk about today was one of the better kind of well known, people like it and because it's Valentine's Day, cocoa. Cocoa is a polyphenol, which is in the big family of flavonoids, and it helps the body by also doing some of these other things that we talked about. The antioxidant, it helps out with, there was a study of about 200 individuals. It can help raise HDL levels. There were what's called a meta analysis, which means that they looked at 35 different studies and found the benefits of cocoa as a flavonoid, again, in this big family of antioxidants. However, where cocoa kind of gets a bad rap is because a long time ago it was hijacked and sugar was added. And that's where it kind of gets a bad rap and it kind of gets a bad role. However, if you can tolerate a high percentage of cocoa, and the hallmark of testing of whether or not you can tolerate a higher percentage is when it tastes bitter to you. If it tastes bitter, that means that you probably hit your tolerance level. So, for example, most people can easily tolerate 50% cocoa. So, you tolerate that for a while, then maybe you bump up to 60%. And if that tastes bitter, then you keep on consuming that. Eventually, that won't taste bitter, so you'll bump up to 70. And then gradually, you'll get up to, I'm at 100% cocoa, and 100% cocoa doesn't taste bitter to me. It really shouldn't taste bitter to you. If you buy a good non GMO organic grade cocoa, and you can find it at a variety of health food stores, I'm not going to promote anyone, but you should be able to find a good, high quality, 100% cocoa. It won't taste bitter to you. And at that point, now you're getting all the benefits without the bad things with sugar. So I know that's kind of fast, but I want to kind of bring us back on our time track. So I'll open it up to questions that may have come up.
Well, when you say cocoa, what do you mean cocoa?
So again, I don't want to name drop, but there are chocolate manufacturers out there that produce chocolate, and it'll say on there either 50, 60, or I've even found one that says 100% cocoa. So chocolate is a confectionery term. It's a term that's used by the manufacturers of chocolate. Um, so truffles and various quote unquote candies out there. Uh, it's the primary ingredient should be cocoa. So that's what you want to look for on the label is the percentage of cocoa. And if you can get to 100% cocoa, then you have virtually no added sugar, which is the heart healthiest thing that you can find. Does that make sense?
It makes sense, but Dr. Phil, Dr. Zena, you know me. You know I'm hard headed. You know I'm trying to do right, but I have tried the cocoa and it's very very bitter. It's
Yeah,
not the cocoa that I buy in out,
right.
candy bar
So
stuff like that.
yeah, so whatever percentage that was, maybe just bump up a little bit. So if it was 50%, bump up to 60, and then try that for a while. Your body will eventually get used to it, and then after a
Okay.
while you can bump up a little bit more. It's a slow, so you have to reprogram your taste buds. You have to kind of reprogram your body to tolerate that because unfortunately, the confectionery food industry kind of sabotaged you and threw all the sugar at you, and you don't need it.
All right,
So,
well, I guess that's good. Giovanna, Angel, y'all have anything to say before he gets to the next section?
So I do have a question. I know I had some people ask, can they have cocoa um, on a daily basis? And
yeah,
what benefits would they have from that?
yeah, absolutely. So, again, where it got hijacked was with all the sugar. So
Mm,
you'll hear, you can have like a square, like a 2 inch by 2 inch square of chocolate a day, and that should be okay. But that recommendation is kind of couched with how much sugar is in it. So, what percentage of cocoa is in it? If you look at 100% cocoa, it has very few calories in it. It's all the other garbage that we add to it preservatives, sugar, um, potentially some flavorings to it. That's the thing that makes it bad. But the 100% cocoa is pretty low in calories. So I mean, you're not going to go out and have like a pound of it, but in moderation, it's pretty darn good. So on our chocolate day, when we're making our protein meal replacements, I'll add in 3 tablespoons for both of our shakes in the morning. So again, it's not a lot of calories, and it really gives it a nice, rich kind of chocolate cocoa kind of flavor. Sorry.
well, I'm one who loves chocolate, so I will have to get used to the bitterness. But hey, listen, everyone, if you're joining us, we're on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. We're here every Wednesday talking about weekly health talk, being healthy for the 2024 year. Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central Time. Weekly health talk with myself, Alice Boswell. I'm the host, if they say so. And Dr. Philip Zini, who give us all the information that we need. Coach Jovi Marie. We're going to hear from her at the end, and also from Angel Conway, Coach Angel Conway. All right, what do we have next, Dr. Phil?
So another thing I thought of when you were talking about the bitterness, sometimes you can add other things to your meal replacement shake. So we rotate nuts in there. So one day it'll be almonds, another day it'll be walnuts, another day it'll be pecans. Then we'll have a seed day. And then if I'm getting really wild and funky, cashews or pistachios. So constantly rotating the nuts. The nuts will help to kind of smooth it out a little bit. Chocolate pecan, maybe not a good combination. Same thing with chocolate pistachio, not a good combination. Chocolate cashew, that's pretty cool. Chocolate walnut, chocolate almond, that's pretty cool. And that'll help out with kind of taking care of that maybe bitterness that you have, or throwing a tablespoon of coconut in there. We get organic coconut by the big. It looks like a 1 gallon kind of container. Throw some of that in there, and that'll help take care of some of the bitterness for you. And plus, coconut's a good fat. The walnuts, the almonds, those are not only good fats, but also a good source of protein for you. So there's ways of kind of making things work. But really, Jovi is the queen of taking a bad recipe and making it good and really healthy. So can I turn it over to you, Jovi?
That was really sweet of you. But yes, we can always turn something not so good or not healthy for you and make it healthy. And that's the trick that you want to do at all times whenever you want to make something very tasteful. And what we've done in our book, Simple Recipes for a Diabetic Diet Plan, we have created an actual chocolate pie, and it's called Jovi and Rita's Chocolate Pie. And it's very simple to make. It takes about like 20 minutes or so, maybe 30 the max. But the main ingredients is 5 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder. So you want the cocoa powder in there. And we mixed in like 1/4 cup of vanilla whey protein powder on there. And then we also used the instant coffee. So the whey that we do use is from CTFO, the vanilla protein, and we mix that in there. It gives it the flavor and it amplifies the actual cocoa. So it's not that bitter that you're talking about, Alice. And then we're adding a tablespoon of instant coffee, and that's also from CTFO. So you want that little flavor, that little twist in there that you want to give it that oomph, I guess you can say, and make it a little bit more tasteful. The filling now. So the filling on that one, we did use 1 cup of monk fruit dark chocolate chips. So you want the sugar-free. It doesn't have to be monk fruit, but we use the monk fruit because that's what we prefer a little bit more. But you can always get the sugar-free dark chocolate chips, or get, like Dr. Phillips said, the higher the dark chocolate that you get, the less sugar it has in there. So you do want that. And then we're also putting in the chocolate whey protein in there. So we're adding 1/4 cup of that chocolate whey in there. And that's going to help you also with the high protein in your pie. And then we also added 1/4 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder. So it's not even going to have that bitterness. We did add the vanilla extract and a little bit of sea salt. The sea salt's the one that's going to also give that little umph to it. And what you want to have a pie where it's like you're combining all these ingredients, healthy ingredients, and you're making it where it's going to be tasteful. And it's going to be something that your family's going to enjoy, that you're going to enjoy. And it doesn't feel like, because I would call Rita and say, hey, Rita, this does not taste like it doesn't have sugar. It tastes like it, it has sugar, and it didn't. We had that protein whey in there and your chocolate cocoa. So those are the main ones that you want. Sorry, I went a little too much into detail.
No, that was perfect. And the cool thing is that the coffee, because of the acid in it, the coffee is going to help kind of blend out some of the bitterness. So that's good. And then also the sea salt, because it's what I call kind of broad spectrum, it's going to have all the minerals. So it's a good salt. And salt in general is something that helps to accentuate your taste buds. So it kind of wakes up your taste buds. So this way you can have a broader kind of a taste sensation if you want. So no, that's spectacular.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I definitely need to try that pie that she's talking about. I have not tried it. At least I don't think I have. Have I, Jovi?
You have. I've actually made it. Yeah, I did it in one of your preps.
Yeah. Well, if I liked it, then it had to be good because I am very, very. I'm a healthy girl, but I'm a picky eater. So
very picky.
Not very. And don't for an angel, okay? Listen, if you're on TikTok, I know you can't see my crew down here, but we're going to get together and they're going to be on there so you can see them. But we are here every week for the weekly health talk on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Be sure, and YouTube. I forgot about YouTube at 8 p.m. on Wednesdays every week. Dr. Phil, what do you have for us?
So really the big thing is anything that you can do to help the cardiovascular system, anything that you can do to help out your heart, your blood vessels, anything that you can do to help get more oxygen pumped around, more blood flow pumped around. That's really what we're trying to do. And that's the benefit of glutathione. And now you can get it in a spray bottle that's highly bioavailable, which just a fancy word for meaning that it gets into your bloodstream, it gets into your lymphatic system, it gets into your body quickly, and it bypasses the intestinal tract, bypasses the stomach, and you don't have to spend a lot of money by getting an IV infusion of it. You can just twist it, spray it in your mouth, and you're good to go. And again, this is something that everyone really needs, unfortunately, because as we get older, glutathione production goes down. The worse environment that we live in, the glutathione availability goes down. So everyone starting at about age 20, certainly by 40, you need some help with getting glutathione into your system. So this is the best way that we know how to get glutathione into your system.
Yeah, and if you're interested in the products that Jovi and Dr. Philip Zini are talking about, go to wellbeingpath.myctfo.com and you can find it there. If you have any questions about it, look up Jovi, look up myself, Alice Boswell, and we're more than happy to give you more information about CTFO and their natural products that's just taking a whirlwind and helping people out. How about that? All right. Who's been quiet is Angel. Angel, what did you have to say?
So this is making me thinking of how can I replace my cocoa? Because I know we're trying to limit sugar, and all the processed stuff. And so what I would normally do to make my cocoa is go to the store, get a big bottle of Hershey's chocolate syrup, dump some in my almond milk, and I got my chocolate cocoa. So I'm like, okay, how can I make a healthier version of this? So you guys got my wheels spinning on that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think he has my wheels spinning. So I just have to get used to the bitterness because it's very bitter. It's not too good. But I know it's more healthier for me.
Mhm.
Instead of having a Twix, I can just have the cocoa, the regular cocoa, and I guess I could pretend like it's a Twix or something like that, or Hershey without me. Okay, and let me ask you this: what's the difference with the cocoa and the dark chocolate? Because I don't like dark chocolate either, because that's a different taste as well.
So usually dark chocolate means it's a higher concentration of cocoa. So
Okay,
yeah, that's probably why you don't like it because it could be potentially more bitter.
yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
All right.
So
Well,
yeah, it's just you'll get used to it over time.
yeah. All right. Listen, yeah, that was a really good conversation. And if you're looking for the product that Dr. Phillip is talking about, once again, go to my well-being, I'm sorry, wellbeingpath.myctfo.com and you can pick this up. Any questions about it, hit me up or Jovi, and we're more than happy to go over with you and the actual benefits of these products. I mean, I have used myself. I'm trying to lose weight. I have used the shake. Oh, I am so in love with the shake, people. You have no idea. And then the shape and burn. The shape and burn actually gives you energy. You're supposed to take two. But I take one in the morning, one in the afternoon, and I don't take it after 4 because I will be up the rest of the night. But it's really, really good for you, honestly. So if you have any questions about that and you need some testimonial, I can send you a video with the owner of the company who's actually taken it. He's lost a lot of weight from it, from the products, and he's been on it for years. I love this product, and I love CTFO, and I love that we're doing this health talk because 2024 is going to be the year we get healthy. All right, and I'm going to get healthy. I have already started losing weight, listening to Jovi. Half listen to Dr. Phil. He knows I'm kind of hard headed, but I still get in there. And I just have to stay with um, Angel, and Angel are putting that mindset right back into there, right, Angel? Huh? Don't
That's
get the
right.
mindset. All right, that's right. Listen, once again, we are here every week on Wednesday, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and YouTube at 8 p.m. We're going to talk about Jovi's book. We're going to talk about Angel's book, and then we're going to get ready to get out of here because Dr. Phillip is going to give us our last haruha and what we're going to be talking about next week because we're going to finish up with the heart health all this month. All right, Jovi, let's hear about your book.
So the book is called Simple Recipes for a Diabetic Diet Plan, and we have a little bit of everything from poultry, desserts. The main thing is the desserts right now, especially the chocolate pie. So a lot of people have been using the actual cookbook for weight loss. I've used it. Rita is no longer diabetic. She's the co-author of the cookbook as well. And it's been great. A lot of people love all the recipes. I've been getting a lot of feedback. So get your copy. It's in Amazon. It's under Jovi Marie or Simple Recipes for a Diabetic Diet Plan. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out or DM me.
You're on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. And then we have Angel. Hey, Angel, let's talk about your book.
Hey, everybody. My book is Glambitious Guide to Winning in 2024. And in it, I take you through my SPA method on how to get your mind right to start the processes of taking care of yourself. And so if you would like a copy, you can reach out to me on Instagram at because I care _2. That's because I care _2. And you can click the link in my bio to get your copy today so you can continue to show up happy, healthy, healed, and whole.
That is awesome. That is awesome. I just want we got some wonderful people around us. Dr. Phillip, you want to give us something to go out with?
So probably the next best thing to talk about would be just overall inflammation and how inflammation within the blood vessels, within the heart, how that is impacted. So we'll talk about that next week, and that'll be a kind of a continuation of where we're at with February Heart Health Month.
Okay. Which is actually really good, because then we can ask more about the heart health, since he's going to bring that up, exercising. So, and that's an important part of being healthy. And then we're going to have Angel back here next with us, tell us about mental health, how we can prepare to exercise. And then Jovi can tell us about the recipes. And each of these ladies actually do coaching. So if you want to reach out to them, please do. Jovi have a session every Friday that is free, but she does coaching one-on-ones. That's you have to talk to her about that. So, and I am Alice. I am the host. I want to thank you all for joining me. We'll see you next week on Weekly Health Talk. Hey, you know what I have to say before I leave? Find your fire, be true to who you are, and whatever you do, inspire along the way. I'm Alice. I will see you next week, and each one of us will see you next week. Jovi, Dr. Philip Zini, and Angel, let's say bye. Let's be
Bye.
Happy Valentine's Day.
All right. Thank you all.
Thank you.